Yep.
It's a good
composure, good kick. And
from the stoppage, he just ran away with it.
Releases his teammate. It's Howlett. Nice delivery. This is promising. Maintained possession. Unfortunately, Nelson couldn't take the mark, and South Australia will mop up across half-back. That is Amato. It's out wide. South Australia with numbers. Murdoch involved. Good speed for a man of his size. Driving ball. WA with numbers. They close late. Still alive. It ends up with Mays. Kick was smothered. That's outstanding work. Goes out of bounds, and we'll go boundary side and check in with Dicker.
Thanks, Hodder. And just an injury update for South Australia. Josh Simpson's got a left ankle injury. He's just had some tape now, so hopefully he'll be back on very shortly.
Thanks, Dicko.
He was involved in that first goal. Well, the first score anyway, which was a goal.
How important are the performances in this particular championship shifter as opposed to going back and playing for your local school or local club?
Well, I think the cream of the crop come out of this. If we look at the draft every year, it's about 75 players drafted. 50 on average will have come out of this. Now, how many have dominated this? Probably 30 or so. So the best performer on the bigger stage. There'll be some that have had an injury, a bit off colour. There'll be some reason as to why, but the most. If you go back over the years, there were stars here, whether it's Adam Kearney or the Brownlow medalists or Chris Judd.
He was good.
Buddy Franklin was a bottom ager that didn't actually dominate, gee, he kicked the winning goal with seconds to go in a game, come off the bench, he's only 17 years of age, and did something special, stepped around a few and banged it through from outside 50 when WA got up and beat the Victorians down there at Skilled Stadium.
I remember that. That was Mitch Clark was in that team from memory.
Yeah.
They had a very, very good squad.
Yep.
Yeah, now there's been some players. Daniel Wells didn't have a great carnival from memory. He went pick number 2. I think he had a bit of pneumonia going into the carnival.
Yeah, those things happen at under 16 level. I reckon he was the best under 16 player I'd ever seen, Daniel Wells. It was just a pleasure to watch him do his business, weaving up and down the ground, bouncing the ball and showing great skill. And that's what you hope to see when these games come on. You see the way that the Whitfield played earlier. You see Canelio tonight. You see O'Meara, that move of his just a wee bit earlier. Number 8, look for him for tonight. You see O'Meara, that move of his just a wee bit earlier. Number 8, look for him for WA. These boys are going to excite us in the AFL in the years to come, and you'll see some little cameo efforts of it. Maybe a 4-quarter performance, but you'll see some little cues that are pretty important.
Mitchell Grigg goes okay. He's got possession. That's number 7, and the delivery is outstanding.
Well, look at last year's draft, for example. I mean, David Swallow went pick number 1. He won the Lark Medal 2 years ago. Ali Bennell went pick number 2. He won the Lark Medal last year. Sam Day showed enough in his junior games. Victorian boys that they drafted, very, very good. Prestia, Caddy, these type of players.
Jordan Murdoch has
Good kick.
one behind to go with his opening goal. And South Australia get 2-3-15. Western Australia 1 behind.
I think the flexibility that's been introduced with these championships in terms of age is a good one, and Murdoch's an example of that. He's a 19-year-old, and you can see at 188 he's still got some developing to do physically. They're normally not allowed in as a 19-year-old if they've played in it the previous year. There'll be some reason, whether it's injury or they're developing in their football a wee bit later, and to give more opportunity like that's terrific.
Just want to get your thoughts. We'll see this replay. The kick from Mitchell Grigg is outstanding through traffic to spot up his teammate Murdoch.
He's had 7 kicks already, Grigg, and 3 inside 50s. His ball use has been exceptional. How's this carnival been?
It's been excellent. Been averaging 20 disposals. He had an excellent game there across at the Adelaide Oval against the Vic Countryside. His clearance work in particular was quite outstanding.
He's a leading possession winner on the ground with 7 touches in 10 minutes, basically.
Nice presentation.
This is not looking flash for Western Australia at the moment. They're having a little bit of a snooze.
That is,
Wayne.
They are. But let's not take anything away from South Australia. McDonough took a nice mark, and he'll have a shot at goal.
See? Socks up.
And what's your theory on having your socks up, Pickers?
No, it's Malcolm Blight's theory. It's not mine. But apparently, if you have your socks down, you can die.
Okay. Interesting.
I'll tell you why in a second once he
Look forward to it.
makes this over the umpire's hat.
And he's done just that. McDonough and South Australia off to a bright start, 3-3 to 1 behind. Before we continue this conversation, let's start another one. Ben Dixon, boundary side.
Thanks, Rod. I'm here with Essendon recruit Alex Brown, and obviously the game previous, Metro, you played with